Atlanta?
Nah, they from Gwinnett.
Oh. Okay.
But I mess with them though. Them my boys.
Hola, ¿cómo estás? What up? It's Phil, aka Dr. Feel Good. So today we got me and Yasmin, Renee, and we're gonna talk about something pretty interesting. And since it's been kind of on the minds of people, we're gonna go to the beginning of where all this stuff comes from, and that is the sex talk. So, what? First of all, what age did you have the sex talk?
I had a sex talk at, what age was I? I was 15 going on 16.
Okay, 15.
What about you?
Now I don't really know if I really ever had the real sex talk.
You never had a real sex talk?
I don't believe so. I just believe my dad believed I was very intelligent, and
What does that mean though?
And I just had it. I don't know. I don't know. I mean, he had like
He's just gonna wing it.
wear like wear condoms and stuff like that.
Right.
But it wasn't like a real like. All right, when two people love each other and they have it wasn't like that. It was just this is what you don't do.
Okay.
Is bring home kids.
Okay.
Because you are a baby already. So
Baby already.
so I didn't really get like a full like the birds and the bees. I didn't get that. I just got condoms. Like throw them here.
See, I don't know, being the only girl, especially with me, my brother, he wasn't that far behind age, but he was like kind of far. So when I was in high school, he was like in middle school. And when I got to my senior year of high school, he got to high school. And it was just different the way they gave both of us the sex talk. Like my sex talk was more of the, oh, okay, like let's not do that. Birth control is an option, and just be mindful and that love and all of that stuff. And then my brother kind of skipped his and kind of asked about it, like, what's up with this? Like, I'm trying to do this. So what I need to do to do this?
I know that's true because guys and girls are gonna have different sex talks.
Right.
Because I know my sister's talks with my mom were very extensive.
Yeah.
Like women, and it's funny because women don't seem to really have like filters when they're having their sex talks.
Definitely.
Like, don't let boys. If you're not doing with no condom, don't let no boys come inside you. Like women don't care.
Yeah.
And the reason why I think is because y'all have to deal with stuff earlier, like periods. Yeah. So y'all have to be more open with y'all stuff earlier. Your mom can't be like.
But not really. Not really, because a lot of girls don't tell their like parents about stuff like that.
Did you tell your parents?
About like my period, tell mom. I think I did tell my mom.
Or did it just happen like at school?
No, I think my period did happen. This is so weird. My period did happen at school, but I do have like friends and relatives who didn't tell their parents until like later on that they had.
I know a girl who helped the other girl put their tampons in.
I mean, when you first start out, it's not as easy as people make it seem, but you get the hang of it since you're using it every month. So
right. Yeah. Did somebody help you? Or?
No, nobody helped me. Thanks. The instruction box helped me. I was good. I took sex ed in middle school. So
sex ed.
I don't think they have that anymore, do they? They have it? They still do. Okay, they still do it.
So they have sex ed.
Is it in high school or is it in middle school? Middle school.
We had it in elementary.
Okay, middle school. Elementary.
We had it wasn't like a formal sex ed, but it was like all right, all the boys come in this room and watch this video, something like that. We had that like 5th grade. That's when we had it.
But you didn't actually have like a sex ed class?
We had sex ed in like middle school, yeah. We had sex ed in I mean, sex ed just got more and more raunchy as the years went by. And I remember in like 10th or 11th grade, we saw a baby being born on the screen. And I was like, why would you show us this? We're children.
Pause. We're children.
And because you get all that information, I think that's probably why my dad didn't give me all, because I think I could just spit it to him.
Right.
Like, okay, I know I'm supposed to blah blah blah, do this and this. And then I was kind of scary up until like 14, 15, maybe like 15. I was like scared of, not scared of girls, but scared of the concept of doing that, because I had got my hands on like a porno when I was younger, and
you seen some things.
Yeah, I mean, I seen like I can't compete with this, so
That's what's down.
I don't know if that, but of course that wasn't true. I'm just saying. So back to when we're dealing with kids and having the sex talk. One, more influences to me. There's more influences in school than anything, but second to that is influences in music. Music and like the entertainment just industry in general.
Right.
Because I remember there were times where, of course, when you're watching a movie when you was little, when the kissing part or whatever comes on, you had to do it.
Cover your eyes.
Yeah, cover your eyes. But I mean, of course, you always found a way to look.
Yeah.
Because this is so intriguing. Like, what am I not supposed to be looking at?
It's like the forbidden.
Right, like a forbidden fruit type of thing.
Yeah, before
like,
you do it, and then it's like.
So and there's like, what? Did you say? Shh? So it just goes downhill from there.
Because it's just like, you know how you, like, it's a roller coaster. Like, you just go like not all the years, but once you get into middle school, middle school, high school, depending on who it is, you get to that ladder and it's like, you know, people start talking about it and people start doing little things leading up to it, but they're not quite doing it yet. And then it's like you do it and then it's like, yeah.
Okay, true.
The excitement, everything is just like.
It wasn't as exciting as you thought.
Okay. So yeah. But what were you saying?
We're one day going to talk about how young men have these sexual relations with older ladies, because I guarantee, I don't know this, was your first sexual partner older than you? Yes, thank you. And this is a man over here.
Was yours older than you?
Yes, she was. Also.
What's going on with the...
I don't know, but most guys, their first sexual experiences are with older women.
So is that why when guys get to a certain age, they go for a younger girl? Is it like a cycle?
Why they go for younger girls? Nah, they go for young girls just because they're easier manipulated. Like, you can tell a young girl, look, I got $10. Oh, 10?
Not 10. I get it, but I'm just like, why are... I didn't know that was a thing. I mean, I've heard guys who've lost their virginity at a young age. Maybe 2 guys who said that before. But
it's an overwhelming number. Like, it was actually a topic on, I've heard it before, but it was a topic on Twitter the other day, and it's real. Like, I didn't really realize, but sometimes it's like damn near like statutory type stuff. Like, you 15 and she like 18.
Right.
That's not right in the law.
Right.
But for guys, it's like, shit, I got me an 18.
Right.
Like, it's not nothing. For girls, it's also like, I got me an 18-year-old. But once you tell your parent that he was 18, then it's a different thing. Like, but if I told my dad, like,
your dad, but your mom, she
if
probably.
I told my mama, she'll be like,
because I know my mom would go for it.
Yeah, no, my mom would be mad, but then she would have to confer with my dad.
Yeah.
And then he would be like,
that's what boys do. That line.
Is that a problem that we have in our culture?
Yeah.
That's what boys do?
Yeah, that's what boys do. That's what girls do. When people love each other, they have sex. Like, I think that people should stop teaching their child that, because that's not always the case. And love does not equal sex, and sex does not equal love. But as girls, like, that's what we're taught. Like, you know, you open up to the right person and da-da-da. And that's not the case. That's not the case at all. Like, sometimes it takes a little bit more than a sprinkle of love. And then at that age, when people are losing their virginity, you don't even know what love is. So you're just going off of that. Because I bet, like, a lot of girls, if they could go back and get their virginity back, I know they would.
They'll take it back?
Some people. From the person that they gave it to.
I would.
Um,
Cause
I mean,
I don't even know if I would want to show her to y'all.
Ooh.
I mean, so when you are...
I'm dead.
Hey, I need you to do all that over there. Okay. But when you are of a certain age, there are going to be some girls that's giving it up. Okay?
Yeah.
And everybody knows this too. So if she gives you any inkling of knowledge that you could be next, you might go after next. I don't remember her name or nothing. I think so.
Please don't. Please do not.
Do not what? Say her name?
Yes.
Man, she ain't around no more. She probably got 4 kids by now.
Okay. I'm just saying, you'll never know.
LaQuanda, or if you're listening, no, I'm just playing. Her name's not LaQuanda. It did start with an L though, but since you said don't say, I ain't gonna say it.
Thank you.
Um,
I would take mine back. No, I mean, I would, but I would.
So you say you were 16 when you lost your...
I was 15 going on 16. It was the summer. I don't know. That was a lot that I did say, but I didn't say it. But I feel like I lost my virginity. I didn't lose my virginity for the wrong reasons, I don't feel.
You lost
like,
it for...
I thought that me and him were...
Oh, you thought y'all were going to be together forever?
Yeah. I wouldn't say forever, but I knew we were going to be together for a while. And in my head and in our younger heads, we were together in a relationship for a while before we even did anything. And then I was moving here. I was moving to New Jersey to come here, so.
Oh, so you had to get it over with before you'd never seen each other again. Mm-hmm. Okay.
That's what that was.
Okay.
Oh, Lord.
So, again, circling back, do you believe music has more influence than... So when you say, you said you wanted to do entertainment too. Entertainment, does that include just movies and what else? Like
movies, magazines, social media, internet, all like entertainment, like forms of entertainment.
Okay, so so now these kids are doomed because they know way too much and access is just like that. I had to scheme to get a look of a Playboy magazine. I'm talking about like covert operations. This is how we gonna do it. Look, all right, you be the lookout. I'm gonna look first, and then you gonna look after I come back. And then, because this is real. Or on late night TV, you gotta watch HBO late night or Cinemax late night to see what you can see before your parents come. And your parents come, you gotta push the back button. It's really easy, y'all. Y'all got way more technology, but all you gotta do is press the back button one time, and then you have to. Then I got smart because I found out how to do the back loop button, so it was like a triple back. So if my dad said, "Turn back to what you was watching too," of course. That's Rocco's Modern Life, and that is Rugrats. Now if he said it 3 times, I'd be fucked. Exactly. But he never did. It was just one, and then I turned the TV off. Good, then good. Got past that. So that's what we had to do. But kids now is just, and then everybody got their phones at school now, and then all they have to do is get on Instagram.
Instagram. You don't even.
Do you
gotta
know
get
how
on
hard
Google.
it used to be to get pictures like they send on Instagram?
Instagram and Twitter, done.
I used to have to beg and plead for a picture of like with your bra on. Just send me one, and girls. No, it's. You better not show
how
anybody.
they should have been. Exactly. Exactly how they should have been with you.
But now I gotta think of what to ask now. It's not even nothing.
Now you gotta ask mine questions.
Shit, so you've been saying that too, huh? Okay, so what do you
Every
love
day.
about yourself?
They're
Like,
so exposed.
everybody's so exposed, but is it the well, I'm gonna keep reverting back to music because music was big for us too.
How do you feel like music,
How does music? So, in every party that I've ever been to, there's a time where certain music is played, and it's like the bump and grind music type music, whatever. And just if you ever listen just to like the words they're saying, it's all just saying let's have sex now. So if you're young, because we was young listening to all these songs.
I mean, the people who making the songs were young as well.
Also, we didn't think they were young because we're just younger
Right.
than them. But they're also, people will be like 16, 17, talking about like making love.
Right.
Like just because of that. So how do I feel music influence? It's kind of like a brainwashing thing. Like we're automatically, even though I have differences of opinion about both of these because I don't believe it on the rap side so much, kind of. But we're automatically told these different things, and we believe that's how it's supposed to be. Like if you're with a girl and "Let Me Lick You Up and Down" comes on, if I am 15, that's what I'm gonna do. I mean, that's what I'm a feel. That's what I'm a feel like I should.
You 15, you better look up and down.
I'm a feel like I should do. And then things happen way more than people think at those ages. So I don't know what type of environment you was around, but I was around early stuff. I was exposed to stuff early that, looking back, I probably shouldn't have been exposed to. And it was just different situations that we had, and like people living with certain people, like people living with like their big brothers who were like 13, 14 years older
So
than
was
them.
your environment, or do you feel like you were looking for that? Like, were you looking for that, or was
It was just what was around. It was like, okay, if like everybody's on the basketball team and everybody has like a cheerleader girlfriend, and if the person's house that we're going over is allowing us to all chill over there, they're not gonna, if my little brother is 13, 14, I'm not finna just be supervising them every 5 minutes.
Right.
No, y'all stay downstairs or whatever and y'all have fun. I'm not gonna say y'all don't have sex, y'all don't do. I'm not that much older than y'all either, for real. I mean, I am, but my mode of thinking is still gonna be y'all do what y'all want. Like, I'm not your parent.
Right.
I'm just your older brother, for real. Now don't be raping people and stuff like that. Y'all don't do that. But that's extremes.
Definitely extreme.
You know what I'm saying? That's the extremes that you would have to tell somebody.
Right.
But everything else is just, I mean, y'all do what y'all want. Don't get nobody pregnant in my house, I guess.
I mean, so like being a child, like not a child, I guess you can call it a child, being a child or a teenager, and the things that you do as a child or a teenager, do you feel like you would blame the parent for them not knowing what their child is doing or stuff like that, or would you like blame the child?
Are you talking about a specific
So,
case?
like,
to
no,
male
like
parents,
just
or-
like any parents, like just sneaking out or having like sneaking around having sex, or
You
what
used
I'm
to be
saying.
sneaking out?
No, actually, I never snuck anybody in the house, and I never snuck out the house ever.
I never did any of that either. Just because
Not the house.
I was scared.
Yeah, I don't think you should go with your house.
My dad was too much.
You don't need to know where my family would have head like that. Like where my family sleep. You know, you don't need to be in the house like that. And I don't need to be leaving. Anything could happen. Yeah. That's my thinking.
So your question was. So your question again?
When kids go through things like that, like the things that you did as a child. Yeah.
No, especially as we started to experience social media, we had like Black Planet in MySpace. The want and need to be cool comes out a little more, so you're gonna be a little more daring and say I need to go venture out, or I might not be perceived as cool.
Right.
So you're gonna do a little bit more than you probably would if you weren't influenced by so many things.
Right.
Now there's gonna be like hormonal things where you just I gotta go touch her in her vagina. Like,
oh.
No, I'm just saying as little boys, that's what you're thinking when you get to a certain age. Like, I've heard what it's like. I gotta go experience it. So let me go find a girl and touch her in the vagina. I'm not saying grab her by the pussy like Trump. I'm not saying like that. I'm saying with her permission.
Grab her by the pussy.
Yeah.
With her permission.
With her permission. Let me try that.
I mean, but that's the part of it. Like, that's what I was saying about the roller coaster part. Like, when you're on that way, that's all you hear is just like good things about it and go do it, or just not even with sex, just different things like sneaking out, or you won't be cool if this doesn't happen. But I don't know. I never gave into that you wouldn't be cool thing.
I almost gave into it one time, but I got scared again. Nope. I was dared to go in a room with which was my girlfriend at the time, 8th grade, and there's like, man, go in there with us. I don't think so. And then, but remember I told you I got over embarrassment early? Mm-hmm. I also, around that time, was thinking, yeah, forget about it. Like, it's not really going to be nothing. Right. At first, dudes were saying something, oh, you scared, you don't want to go. I mean, that's fine. Y'all can say that,
right?
Whatever for now, but then somebody, of course, always has to say, man, leave him alone, that shit ain't, or whatever. And then once
not in all cases, though.
I mean, not in all cases,
you
but
always have somebody to say.
No, you don't. But it was enough of us that I also knew that was gonna happen too. So I just had to wait. Maybe like I had to wait like one more year. But am I glad I waited? I might have, because the girl I was like 3 years older than me, so she was probably around maybe 2 years older than me, so it was like 17, and I was like 15.
Yeah, I think 15 is like, I've heard people younger though, like heard people starting younger, whatever float your boat.
Lil Wayne said he had sex at 11.
I mean, well, he had a child at what?
15.
Yeah. So I wouldn't, and he probably lost his, virginity to an older woman. Who knows?
He did.
Oh, see?
He said baby told her to come in here and said, took Lil Wayne dick.
See? At a young age, it starts. People get so exposed to so much.
I mean, that's how they do it in Louisiana. They just don't have no rules.
Oh. The disrespect. Dang. So how are you going to give your kids to talk?
I probably ran like by that time we'll have like Minority Report stuff, so I'll do a hologram or whatever of it. Hey, y'all, come sit down. This is what you gotta. This is what you gotta. What you gotta look for. Like, I mean, I don't really know how to have a real sex talk, or what consists. I'm sure you can look up how to have the sex talk too, like with your children, and just go from there. Get your like.
You're gonna Google how to have a sex talk.
Yes, why not?
When you like key points, like what do you look for?
Yes, like how to have. Let's see. How to have.
Oh my gosh.
the sex.
Let's see what pops up.
Of course it pops up.
No, what pops up though?
How to have the talk. Oh, this is thing. Maybe it's not.
See? Based off your experiences, how would you have the talk with them?
I would say don't have sex until you are 18. Because you're not ready.
That's gonna make them have sex before 18.
Is that what happens to girls who want to have sex?
Is that what happens to guys who want to have sex before?
No, so answer me this. This is a little this way. But why do women do every time a guy asks something about a woman, women get like this small sense of offensiveness to them and they say, well, what about men? Why every time though?
Because why you gotta do that? Why you can't answer from a man's perspective?
I asked from a woman's perspective. I will answer from a man's perspective.
Okay, well let me hear your perspective first. Then you ask me for a woman's perspective, so I can know what a man's perspective looking like.
Since my own perspective, I don't really have one because I wasn't told not to have sex. But I believe that if guys are told to have sex, they probably just don't hear it at all, because that's just not how we're built. We're built like more innately primal. So our want and need for that is just gonna be a little more than women, I believe.
So being told not to have sex is like
Yes.
everything else that's
it's just like, I mean, whatever. I mean, I gotta go to school tomorrow, and I still love this girl that I don't really love her.
dreaming about.
Yes, that I did dream about.
Okay.
And so it's not really like a exclusionary thing. It's not like only women are told not to have sex, but I just think women abide by it a little more than men do.
Yeah, because it's like sex for women isn't really, I don't want to say, like women associated with sex is not always a good thing. Even being a young age, like you can lose your virginity and 2 days later people are like, oh, you a hoe. Like damn, like I just had sex one time, like you know what I'm saying? It's just like it's something like and that's a lot of times where so much things are associated with like negativity, women, and sex. Like those three things like are just like go hand in hand sometimes. Mm-hmm. So it's just like for women, like when you have like parents who do restrict you from it, it's just like curiosity, you know what I'm saying? Kill the cat kind of thing. Like you want it, you know what I'm saying? You want to know what it is so bad because it's being hidden from you.
Especially when everybody's talking about it.
Right. When all your friends is like, girl, we was just and then we was there because everybody was in movie theaters being nasty. So we was in the movie theaters. Not me. But like that's how it happens for women. So I think it's different for women and women.
She not me. Me, I was Saint Angel. When the movie came on,
I said I was Saint Angel.
Excuse me, sir, your hands.
But I never could go. I never went to the movies.
Oh, you didn't go to movies? I went to movies a lot.
I didn't go to movies.
So, quick story. Because my dad used to be the one to pick us up all the time.
I don't even know what just happened in there.
No, he did one time. It wasn't even me though. It was because one of my homeboys. So, cause you know how we were just everybody's fingering girls.
Yeah, at that time, yeah.
And one time, my homeboy fingered this girl, and this was the most awful smell I've ever smelled. I think.
I'm dead.
I'm saying, like, you don't give a fuck about your well-being down there. So we get into the car, and we have the windows up. There's no doubt that I'm just trying not to laugh. I'm just like this. And it just smelled so bad. My dad had never said nothing about it. I don't believe. I have to ask him about it one day. But he ain't never said nothing about it. But I know. I mean, there's only one smell like that.
Is it?
Yes. Like that smells like smelly vagina. That is.
Okay.
There's only one smell that smells like that. So, that's the only like movie type experience that I've had that was negative. All my other ones was good. I used to be kissing in the movies. I just thought this was so like grown up to be kissing in the movies. I don't know what the fuck movies we was seeing no more. We just paying to go in the damn dark room. That's all you just paying for now. Like you paying to meet up with somebody
With your parents' money.
With your parents' money to go in a dark room to just be kissing and petting each other and touching.
Petting. I'm dead.
Yeah.
See, I missed out. I sometimes I do wish like
That you got fingered in the movies?
No. That I was a little bit more rebellious than I was. Thank you very much. Never said anything about the movies. Thanks.
It's not all that to just be fingered in the movies, because then you gotta find like where your hand's gonna go. Like,
yeah. And then you ride in the car and the windows up and everybody just smelling your hand. Gross. That's very gross.
We'll be back. We out.